Hello, you're watching Avenue X, and today let's talk about the ending of Lost You Forever. It's technically just one drama that got manually broken into two parts, although their numbers are actually not even. So the first half is a lot longer, and the second half that we've seen in 2024 is only 23 episodes. The whole situation is unfortunate and also quite pathetic because it gives Tencent an excuse to double sell one product for subscription monies. If you have those monthly based subscriptions, then you had to be subscribed to it last year summer, and this year you have to do it again. And then they also can double charge you on the pay extra to watch the last 6 episodes or so a week before everybody else type of thing. Usually you can only do it with one drama once, but because manually splitting Lost You Forever 长相思 into two, they can do it twice. Last year when this drama was airing, I was traveling. I watched the first part when I already got back to China, and up to about episode early teen numbers of first season, I made my video. Later, I was busy watching other things, doing other stuff, so I wanted, but I couldn't really make a video talking about it again. This year, second season aired, and I watched the first 6 episodes pretty much minute by minute. And then it was my limit. I couldn't continue watching that way. So I double speeded the rest of the drama. And during certain parts, I definitely 3 times speeded through it. And then there are parts that I did stop and rewatch just because I want to see how ridiculous it was done. I don't even know how to rate this drama. It's only not as blatantly, pathetically, in-your-facely bad as certain other dramas that I've seen in 2023. But does it mean that therefore it's good or in any way more worthwhile? I'd say no. I guess if you clicked into this video, you probably have watched the drama. Here is my opinion. It may offend you if you really like the drama and you don't want to hear other people's opinions, but hey, it's on you because you clicked the video. I didn't force you. So let's talk about the second season of Lost You Forever. It didn't do very well on Tencent. It didn't get very high scores. A lot of people complained. Even the people who are fans of this drama, they really are fighting amongst themselves. For example, fans of Tan Jiansi's are fighting with fans of Deng Wei's and fighting with fans of Zhang Wanyi's and fighting with fans of Yang Zi, and fandoms are killing each other. They're blaming each other for taking the best moment of the drama out and stealing scenes from other characters. It's all ridiculous. Drama itself is just like really not good. It's like, I wouldn't say pile of shit, but let's say if it is, then it's like multiple flies sitting on there and just like arguing with who's got a bigger chunk. I'm like, yeah, but it's still poop. Regardless of the ridiculous fandom stuff that's ongoing with this drama, if we just look at the drama, honestly, the fact that this drama just isn't that good at all is not so much on the actors. With the level of direction and the script, you can find the best actors in this whole wide world and it's still not going to work out as a good drama. Logically not making sense. Character-wise, completely out of character things happens for all characters at all random times. It's like if you know them in episode 1, then the person when they show up in episode 10 is a totally different person. And then it's a different person in episode 20, and there's not even any reason why it happened. It's just for the convenience of every scene individually. Compulsory plot needs to happen. They would put those characters into situations and make them say and do things that are out of character. That's just serving the emotional goal they want to achieve in that scene. But when you link them together, it breaks the character down. No actor in the world can possibly make magic out of it. That's the fundamental problem of this drama. For example, for the female lead character Xiao Yao, played by Yang Zi, she's the worst character except written in this drama, and she's the big female lead. When she was in the Clearwater town, Qingshuizhen, she's one person. When she got back to her princess role, she turned into another person. And there's really no reason why. When she was young, she suffered so much for like hundreds of years because they live long time, okay? She got imprisoned, she got tortured, she lost her face, she lost her identity, lost everything. And then she managed to survive in the world as a guy, taking care of other people, being a doctor, dealing with diseases and death for decades. I just cannot imagine how that by getting back your princess title and your relatives and your status and money, then suddenly you turn into Lü Cha and Jiao Qi, the green tea, and the little birdie wife. Every day from dawn to dusk, just do nothing apart from thinking about guys. Whether I can marry this guy, whether I can be with this guy, or if I can't be with him, then I can't live. My father abandoned me, my mother abandoned me, you don't love me, and the whole world doesn't love me, I need to be loved. She's no longer a main character of her own life. And her whole life revolves around men. All kinds of men, not just one, okay? Don't try to argue that she only loves Deng Wei's character. No, it's just ridiculous how the drama doesn't shy away from the closeness she has with her cousin, and yet pretending that she doesn't get it at all when the guy says I like you, and she gets so shocked. I'm like, okay, come on, what were you doing before for the like 40 episodes? You're just like eyeing each other and like getting so close to basically kissing each other all the time, and yeah, and then you don't know. How do you reconcile the idea of somebody who didn't really have like say memory loss, that just suddenly she changed her basically ideas about herself? She was an independent, strong, skilled person who's gone through hundreds of years of suffering. She would know herself. She would have a very good idea about who she is. That whole sovereignty of being an individual thing should be super strong and well established of Xiao Yao as a doctor. And then when she becomes a princess, oh, without a man I cannot live. Come on, like how do you sell that? It does not make sense. This character is completely broken. So malleable as a character that she's a different person in every scene just for the purpose of that scene. And you cannot link them together and look at that as one character. There's no consistency in it. And if you say she is one person, then being that type of person, she's a bitch. And you cannot make such a entitled, self-pitying, gaslighting master as your leading character and say that's okay. That's a piece of shit writing of a piece of shit character. Therefore, like whether it's Yang playing it or anybody, not gonna make a difference. And then for Chang Quan, for example, I'm just picking these two as examples. The whole drama from the moment one is trying to set him up as the ordained ruler of the whole kingdoms in this world. This guy is the future. For what? I don't know. Did he ever establish and convince the audiences that he's a political strategist, genius? He has great ambition, he has great intelligence, all the characters you think a very successful leader this world has seen in its history would have. Does he have any? Like at least the drama in plot never really established that. Everybody just automatically agrees that he is the ambitious young guy who is gonna lead the whole land to the new future. And on one hand, he's saying, oh, I'm gonna be the ruler and then marry so many different women from those aristocrat families so that I can establish my role. They're trying to make him the political animal type of archetype male characters in idol drama or period dramas. Yet what he does is every day he just stalks the female lead. Like he's a stalker. He follows her wherever she goes. You don't see him actually doing his proper job as the king. And then his victory of basically winning wars and getting more land and sort of like getting all the little kingdoms under him is because those kingdoms just voluntarily gave up. Hao Ling Wang whole plot of, on one hand, their armies are fighting. On the other hand, he is drinking and having tea with the other king who is willingly giving his throne and his kingdom to him, plus his daughter. I'm like, maybe you can just call off the people on frontline fighting each other still, like your army and your army. Tell the generals and soldiers who are poking each other to death, maybe just hold off because we don't really want you to fight. In case you don't know, our king just surrendered and gave up. This type of writing is pretty much happening for every main character. So like, how am I supposed to watch his drama and be entertained or satisfied? And then when it comes to turn the written word into visual, this drama's director or cinematographer or whatever, like who is in charge of like actually shooting, like I don't care. Basically, they know nothing about how to tell a story with a camera. I think most people who have watched that scene, like I'll just put it up here, where Yang Zi and Zhang Wenyi are using a knife and stabbing and turning in circles, and other people runs into the room try to break them apart. That whole sequence, everything about it is so funny. Not even one moment watching through that thing that didn't laugh and didn't cringe, feeling like my toes can literally dig out a 3-bedroom apartment, grabbing the carpet with my toes. It's just that bad. The acting is ridiculous, the direction, choices of framing, editing, blocking within the scene. Everything of that sequence is ridiculous and low quality. You know, like the TikTok super short videos, right? These days people do with low budget. Like those people would do a better narrative with visuals, even when it's vertical screen. When Zhang Wenyi was screaming, like when he got pulled away from her, the couple of lines he was screaming, oh my god, it's so funny. It's literally the funniest sad moment in the drama I have seen in years. And I feel so bad, and it's actually played by Zhang Wenyi, who a couple of years ago I had really high hope for him. Now I'm not sure. I feel bad as a Chinese that my countryman is putting out into the world. It's literally polluting collective human consciousness. So that's the biggest problem. The actual script, the story, and then the execution when you put it on camera. Then I want to talk about the couple of main characters. I'm gonna leave 3+1, that guy, out because he really is just not doing that much in the drama. I feel If this is a real world, that guy, 赤水丰隆, would actually be the best man of the main lead panels guys. He's the most well-rounded, not psychopathic in any way. Pretty decent gentleman, have a very stable core of personality and mentality. He has his own pride, but he's not too proud, shouldering his responsibilities and actually loving his families and friends and being loyal and being honest. Like, he probably is the best guy of the whole thing, but then he's 3+1, so we're gonna leave him out. We're only gonna talk about the 4 main characters and their performance. You can't really completely separate performance and the character on paper. It is embodied by a real person in front of the camera playing it. First, female lead, I kind of already talked a lot about her. If you completely take a Yang Zi out of this equation, just looking at this as a character on paper, I cannot see what's attractive about this role at all. Then, when you talk about Yang Zi being the actress, I'd say if you completely isolate certain moments in the drama, certain very short acting scenes and moments, her performance would still work. But the problem, obviously, is if you join it together, it becomes not making sense, and then also she tends to repeat herself a lot. She has already developed a set of tools she's really comfortable with, and she just copy-paste herself. If you look at how she deals with those explosive crying scenes, she is literally identical to everything she's done before in every other idol, period, fantasy, whatever dramas. Apart from the hair is different, everything else is the same. I feel as an actress, she's completely worked herself into the corner of very typecasted characters and type of drama, and it's almost impossible to see how she could get herself out of there. I still remember her when she was in those early days sitcom dramas in China, also like 战长沙. Those days are gone. I have zero expectation of her performance of any future projects. I literally wouldn't put my money on it at all. It's a path she picked. 流量, the traffic, the popularity contest. Honestly, within this category of dramas, there's very little good work. When you decide to surrender to this traffic, 流量 game, you gave up opportunities to ever come across proper, well-written script that may not bring you that much money, commercial value, whatever, spokesmanship. But those scripts are like out of your reach now. No proper drama, honestly, would be even considering casting you. Zhang Wanyi, the role is a failure on paper, therefore, honestly, whoever plays it is not gonna make it that much better. He also has similar problems with Yang Zi, which is they both started or got noticed in dramas that are very different from the current dramas they're doing, the idol period drama land stuff. He also got noticed by playing roles in what we call serious proper dramas, and he had a totally different vibe back then. He also decided to go down the popularity and the traffic route. Even when he tries really hard, he's not 100% say naturally the type of actor who would do really well in idol drama land. For example, if you compare him to Tan Jianci, Tan Jianci would actually perform a lot easier as an idol drama land actor just because naturally what he looks like and how he vibes. So it's a struggle for Zhang Wanyi to balance how he could become more appealing to the idol drama land targeted audience demographics, at the same time still be himself. It's almost impossible. He would kind of have to completely give up a lot of things, and even that is like still trying to reach that. With Chang Xuan's character, Zhang Wanyi's performance is like, most of the time he looks like he's constipated and not happy. Provides me with no visual pleasure, honestly speaking. Deng Wei playing Tu Shanjing. If Zhang Wanyi is actually serving the archetypical female's partner choices in the category of actually playing the father's role, that psychological need, then Deng Wei is representing the mother. His energy, the relationship he has with the girl, and how he always is like the supporting, smiling, gentle mother on her side, that gives her all that sort of very cotton ball like hug and caring sort of energy. That's what Deng Wei's role is. Gentle love that the female character didn't get when she was younger. So she gets it from this guy, and I think that's why she's attached to him so much, if you want to analyze the psychology behind. To me, this type of male lead characters in a narrative is extremely boring. If a guy has parts of his quality that has this motherly like energy, it's okay. But if entirely, right, this person is just only that, it's weird. Your husband is literally like serving as your mother. It's weird. And then you look at Deng Wei's performance. He's just there. He's present, in frame, and he's He just holds his smile forever. Way too long for a natural smile to occur on a human face. He just has it frozen on his face constantly and quietly standing there and being the pretty nice guy. Among the leading guys in the drama, he's the least professional in acting. 谭健次. Among the four guys, I'd say he's probably the best performance deliverer of his role. Archetype-wise, he represents the sexual attraction. 张晚意 being the dad, Deng Wei being the mom. He's the lover. Feng Long is the buy three, get one free. He's the spare tire, the fall guy, the bottom net. Security net. Sorry for him. 谭健次 would be representing the sexual attraction. The drama actually is very explicit about that. He is the guy who basically drinks her blood. There are quite a lot of Xiangliu fans who are watching Lost You Forever. I know they exist online. They edit fan videos to really appreciate his character, and everybody is basically by like the second half of the second season, everybody is literally calling for him to die because they know he's gonna die and they want to see that epic scene when he dies. And I see where they're coming from. As a character in this drama, on paper still, the one thing that doesn't convince me, whatever Xiangliu does, is why he would actually fall in love with this girl this much that he'd rather sacrifice multiple lives. And then for the actor Tan Jianzi himself, longtime viewers would know, my first proper job in drama making, filmmaking is also his first job in filmmaking. If you follow my channel long enough, you know that I was really happy when he came back to acting land since Advisors Alliance, and then he kind of got really noticed since Under the Skin. I wouldn't say it is too bad a choice, but it's a sad choice. Probably is not having any other choice, therefore you pick it, which is he also chose to become a Liu Liang. I know his fans would argue with me and think he's not Liu Liang. He probably is better than the average Liu Liang. In terms of he had solid training, he was a professional dancer before he even came into anything. He was really good, really good, like top in China level, good dancer. Then he became a boy band guy who does dancing and singing pretty well too. And then he becomes an actor. So he's got that many years of training under his belt that most of those idols don't have. So in that sense that he has more tools and he's more trained and better equipped already than most people. And then he has a good voice, good understanding of acting. He's not the best genius of acting out there, but he's quite good. But he also definitely picked the Liu Liang route. It's quite plain and clear to see. Even like how he promotes himself, his team works on his public image. He's like half stepping into the idol and dancing, singing, still doing that because he's really good. On the other hand, doing acting, it is still at the end of the day, the Liu Liang route being an idol type of actor, playing more idol-oriented roles. He also is limited by a couple of things that is very hard for him to break through. For guys in the acting land, not being taught enough is a big problem. You need to have extraordinarily far more than other people in the industry's quality in other departments that outshines people so much that the fact that you're not tall enough like, gets put in second place. We do have very successful people globally who are very short as actors, but you can count them with your one hand. It's just so hard. And I don't think he is, in that sense, can outshine all the other competitors by that far. So it's going to be very hard for him to keep moving on as he gets older, still being an idol type of actor. The fact that a lot of people who don't like him would argue he does not hold a drama as the definitive male lead. And I think parts of it make sense. It's very hard for the pretty boy type who's not having a big stature to hold a drama as a definitive male lead. And also in period drama land, it's particularly hard because you need to be really tall in period drama land to sell that you are the masculine center of the narrative. Think about how easy it would be for actors who are above 185 to just play generals, fighters, even when they can't fight very well, like Liu Yuning. He is not really a fighter's built guy, but then he can pull off a sort of like a spy leader very easily because he's really tall. Unfortunately, that's the hard fact. You almost just cannot override. It's like physical world limit. And it's unreasonable to hope and ask for actors to, stay poor, but stay like always in indie movies and do proper actings so that you're poor, but then you are like, I don't know, better than anyone. That's not fair. Going into the whole commercial world and just selling yourself in a way that provides yourself with more income and fame and all the things that comes with it, there's nothing wrong with it. But I also feel from the early days when I see him coming back to acting, like in Advisors Alliance when he plays Sima Zhao, or Cao Pi in the Three Kingdom drama, back then his acting, the energy behind him, I can sense that at that time he's still, because he's not as famous and as popular and as idol-like as he is now, that energy is dense. Right now, he's moving more and more towards the idol actor side of things, and I'm just slightly worried as time goes on, it's going to be even more and more, and eventually it's going to hit a point where it's just no longer going to work for me. I can see the trend happening. Sometimes I'm thinking about Tan Jian, I'm like, am I feeling happy for him now or feeling a little bit sad, and maybe that's life, you can't do anything about. Ultimately, really it is that our industry, drama making industry in China, is just, the whole ecology is not really doing very well. The overall environment, the water, the sunshine, the nutritious pesticides, and like it, when the environment is not ideal, then you're not gonna get a good yield out of that. Individuals can only do that much. At the end of this video, talking about things that went off track completely, but it's my honest opinion. Now, I would say one final thing is I realized I'm getting older, and when you age, there are things you cannot help, such as your interest and your directions will change as your life's center changes. If I'm only 15, I may find those dramas a lot more attractive to me and maybe ignore certain things it has. I would willingly, like be entertained by it. I just cannot go back to when I was 15. It's by no means saying that if you like this type of drama, there's anything wrong with it. I try my best to understand why it works for people. I no longer can. It's like I totally don't see what's the value in this type of drama, what's enjoyable about it. But then if people can find happiness, at least, you've used your time and didn't get wasted, it provides some value for you, then you're luckier than I am. Being a Chinese drama reviewer and then just like keep getting hit by bad dramas. That should be the end of this video. My honest opinion on Lost You Forever, the second season. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.